Melty, I'm asking you for the very last time.
20,000 for building a house.
And a big color TV. Can you even come up with that?
Uncle Zhao. This 5,000.
Is every single penny I've saved over the last 3 years.
So, you don't have it?
Shaman.
Say something, please.
I waited for her to speak. But the moment she looked down, I knew I had lost.
You dare propose with only 5,000? My daughter is not going to suffer with you. Even if she marries into the poorest family, she still won't live a miserable life with you.
How humiliating.
No house, yet you want to start a family? What are you dreaming of, buddy? Don't blame me for being blunt. The guy in your position is just holding Shaman back. Here is 500. Go buy yourself some nice cigarettes and cheer up.
I wanted to throw that 500 right back in his face,
But my father's words held me back. A man can be poor,
But his hands must stay clean.
Oh, look at him! He's actually picking it up!
This is my money. Of course I'm picking it up.
As for your money, I wouldn't touch it. It's filthy.
Lenya Winchi. Who are you trying to fool with this tough guy act? You don't even have a roof over your head.
5,000 isn't even enough to buy a grave plot. Actually, there is a plot. Half of the abandoned granary east of the river collapsed, and there's a barren riverbank right behind it. Nobody in town has wanted it for 10 years. 5,000 could probably buy the whole thing.
Haha! Nobody would live there, even if you gave it away for free.
It even flooded last year.
Ling Yanji, aren't you a man of pride? Go buy it then.
Buy it and spend the rest of your life in that ruined granary. Wanja, don't do anything stupid. The most reckless thing I did today was waiting for you to look back at me. Lin Yanje, if you walk out that door today, don't you dare regret it. Regret? You're the ones who will have to choke on that word. Clutching those 5,000, I walked straight to the Tao's asset management office. That was supposed to be the money to marry a wife. But now, I was going to use it to pave my own way. Ranxi, you look terrible. What's wrong? Kungo View, can I get the abandoned grain depot in Hedong for 5,000? Why are you asking about that place? That place has been abandoned for 30 years. It floods every single year.
The last guy who bought it had his entire duck coop washed away. It's listed for 8,000.
But if you really want it, I can get it for you for 5,000. But you need to think this through. That's every single penny you have. Just give me the contract.
Did you just come from the Za?
Yeah. Wen Ti. Civility.
There's no shame in swallowing your pride. Don't ruin the rest of your life just because you're angry. I'm not acting out of anger. Then what are you doing this for? I just want a place where no one can kick me out.
Once you sign, there's no backing out.
If the roof collapses, you fix it yourself. If the river floods, you're on your own. I accept that. Gifted. From today on, that abandoned grain depot is yours. The keys weren't heavy. But when I took them, it felt like I was holding the rest of my life in my hands. It's going to rain tonight. The roof leaks terribly. If it leaks, I'll patch it. If it falls, I'll rebuild it. Once I got the keys, I rode my old bike toward Hedong. The road only got worse. The wind blew colder and colder. But somehow my heart felt completely at peace. At least this time, I'm the one opening the door. They weren't entirely wrong, though. I really do have to sleep with an umbrella open. No one wants you, and no one wants me. Guess we'll just have to stick together from now on. It starts pouring the moment I get here. Even God wants to make a fool of me. The rain came down hard and fast. Water leaked through the roof, and the cracks in the walls, and the moisture seeped up from the floor. Honestly, I thought this rundown grain depot was just trying to show me who's boss. It wasn't until that muffled crash echoed from the backyard that I finally realized this land wasn't trying to drive me out. In that exact moment, my mind went completely blank. It wasn't joy. It was the sheer terror a poor person feels when they suddenly strike it rich. The hardest part is knowing when to stop. You can be poor, but your hands must stay clean. Fish keeping acrobatics.
Open the door. Ha, Hector's.
I heard your crappy little yard collapsed.
I'm just here to have a good laugh. Open up. I want to see what kind of dumpster fire you bought for 5,000 yuan.
I thought that storm was going to wash away the last of my savings, but now I know. It was actually coming to open a new door for me.
I can't let them see this pit. I didn't sleep a wink that night.
The rain stopped, and the wind died down, but my head was spinning, thinking of nothing but that silver coin in that old notebook.
I didn't dare to touch them, yet I couldn't bring myself to walk away.
So I just covered the opening of the pit with some wooden boards.
But as soon as dawn broke, the people looking for a laugh arrived.
Hey, Wenchi! It collapsed last night, huh? Guess you spent 5,000 yuan just to hear a loud crash.
Doesn't your heart ache for him, sweetie? See that? This is the loser you almost married yesterday.
Dad, stop it.
We want to see it.
Last night, I was terrified they would. I was afraid they'd steal it.
But now that they've blocked my front door,
The more I hide it, the guiltier I'll look. Fine, let them see. Whatever is in my yard belongs to me.
Nobody touches a thing. You want to look? Then look.
What hours?
What? There's a whole room down there?
Stop right there. The edges are loose. You fall in, don't blame me.
Drenti. This place used to be an old grain station. There might be state-owned property down there.
Wait, didn't you just call it a money pit?
Changing your tune so fast?
Come on, brother. I was just joking earlier.
You've got a real eye for this.
Last night, you said not even a dog would live here. I was just talking out of turn. Don't take it seriously.
Well, I have a very good memory.
想起立脚意思有得了，去的路也只那样。
There has got to be a fortune hidden inside this chest.
Let's close the doors and talk this over.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to keep the wealth in the family.
Nobody goes down into the pit.
And nobody touches that chest.
Everything in this yard is mine.
杨喜，扛当，那是道法。
After all, you and Shaman were together for 3 years. We can always talk things through. Yesterday, I was just your poor relative. But today, now that there's something in the pit, suddenly we can talk things through?
刚刚加
You didn't want to talk things through yesterday when you threw my money in my face. Old Ma said he'd help me call Uncle Liu and have him contact an antique expert from the county. Are you stupid? If there really is treasure, why would you tell anyone else?
If I don't, should I just wait for you all to carve it up?
I didn't let anyone go down into the pit. It's not that I don't want to know what's inside. It's that I know all too well how easily I could make a wrong move right now. We can look at the items later, but the rules must be set first. You didn't touch it at all last night? Resisting that temptation couldn't have been easy.
I'll be the witness.
I'll write down exactly what we find.
If anyone gossips later, I'll bring out the ledger.
Right. First, the rules.
Look, but don't touch. And then we wait for the county's appraisal.
It's not that I didn't want to get close. It's just that I was afraid if I got close, I'd end up just like those people outside the door last night. There really is something in there. We can't handle this privately. The Notes on Hedong Fish Farming is the book that was uncovered last night. This is no ordinary book. It looks like a manual written by the old guard of the Hedong Relief Granary. It says the 3 low-lying areas can be partitioned into ponds for fish farming. This place doesn't fear too much water, only stagnant water. With a constant flow of fresh water, the fish can sustain the people. Isn't this describing the exact riverbed behind your house? Everyone in town says that riverbed is wasteland. But decades ago, someone had already written down exactly how to make use of it. Gold bars and silver coins are worth a fortune, but the porcelain, calligraphy, and paintings must be handed over to the county for appraisal. As for this old manuscript, and don't look down on those silver coins either. Once you spend cash, it's gone. But if you play your cards right, they can keep generating wealth forever. To be honest, when I saw those gold bars, my hands shook worse than anyone's. But deep down, I knew if I pocketed that treasure, I'd never be able to hold my head up again. If I had true on those things. Hello? Is this the authorities? I'm Lin Wanji from the abandoned Hedong grain station in Hehaiwan town. The heavy rain just collapsed my backyard, and it exposed an old hidden cellar underneath. There are some ancient relics inside. Can you send someone over to take a look?
Don't touch any of those things.
We're sending a team over right away. The moment I hung up, I finally dared to admit to myself I was so close to taking it all.
Who found the site?
It was Ling John. He reported it immediately.
The site has been preserved perfectly. You didn't touch anything on your own. You sell a fortune, yet you didn't take a single piece? That takes real character. No, it's just, I was afraid that if I took it, I'd never sleep peacefully again. According to the law, all cultural relics will be taken into state custody. As for the non-real valuables and your finder's reward, we will process them according to official procedures. Since you took the initiative to report this, there will be a reward coming your way.
He just got lucky.
But until that cash is actually in his hands, none of it means a thing.
The appraisal took 3 days. During those 3 days, the town was buzzing with all kinds of rumors.
Some said I dug up a whole mountain of gold. Others claimed I must have hidden some of the treasure for myself. And some gossiped about the Zhao family breaking off the engagement. But I didn't offer a single word of explanation. Things that can't be cleared up with words.
Most rely on the official red seal to prove. A few days later, the county's evaluation results came out.
The process was fully compliant.
The reward was approved.
The official notice was delivered right into my hands. At that moment, I stared at the official red seal for a very long time. This is 600,000. A completely legal reward. 600,000. Back in 1998. That was a time when most people only made a few hundred a month.
Having 600,000 drop into your lap in a remote county town like this
Was enough to pull someone kicked into the dirt, right back onto their feet. 600,000. I had never seen such a massive sum in my entire life. But my first reaction wasn't to celebrate. It was my knees going weak.
Dad, this money is clean.
I want to give this path a try, too. Once the reward money cleared, I went straight to town. I didn't buy any fancy clothes, and I didn't go show off in front of the Zhao family's house. Instead, I bought a second-hand pickup truck.
Noted it with water pumps.
Pipes, fish fry, and breeding equipment. The day I drove back to the village, I knew the whole town would be watching.
I also knew what they'd say. Wait, is that Lion Ji? Where did you get a truck?
Is that fish breeding gear loaded in the back?
Lianzi, where did you get the money for a truck?
Well, Boss Ken,
That truck of yours is on a loan, isn't it? I paid for mine in full. Haha, paid in full. Wait, isn't Chainbao's truck financed on monthly payments?
Shut your mouth. Stop talking nonsense.
What's the rush? I didn't say you couldn't afford it.
I saw the look in Zhuangshuang's eyes.
There was shock, and there was regret. But right now, all I want to do is drive this truck down to the riverbank.
Listen up, everyone. I'm clearing that riverbank on the east side to build a fish pond.
Starting the day after tomorrow, we'll be clearing the land, digging trenches, and building the pond.
If anyone wants to work, meet me at the old grain station the day after tomorrow, in the morning.
It's 20 yuan a day, plus 2 meals. 20 a day, and meals are included?
阮熙 ，call me Agutu。
Liangji, do you even know how to raise fish?
Don't go throwing your windfall down the drain.
That 500 you threw at me last time? I'm paying you back today.
And keep the interest.
That day, when I drove that pickup truck back into town, it wasn't to show off. I wanted to let them know that the rundown grain station they looked down on yesterday is carving out its first path to success today. But little did I know, the fish ponds hadn't even been dug yet,
And some people were already getting restless.
thinking they could make a comeback using that riverbank.
Ling Zhengri, you're dreaming.
It wasn't until the 3rd month of running the ponds that I realized money can dig out a fish pond,
But it can't keep the fish alive.
Suddenly, something went wrong with pond number 3. We just stocked all 6 ponds with fish fry,
And the pond number 3 was the first to have trouble.
Boss, another dozen or so fish died in pond number 3.
Should we net them out quickly?
If we delay any longer, I'm afraid they'll all be dead. Half of the grant money is already sunk into this. If all the fish die, it's not just about losing money.
I'll become the laughingstock of the whole town, all over again.
Wait, don't just scoop them out blindly.
If we don't scoop them out, are we just supposed to watch them die?
Their gills are turning white and they're bleeding on the body. It's not the water quality. It's a trichydian infection. Can it be cured?
Yes, but we have to move fast.
All 6 of your ponds share one water inlet canal. If we don't isolate pond number 3, every single pond will go belly up within 3 days.
Every single pond? Yes, unless your ears are plugged. You heard me right. Every single one. What do you need?
Copper sulfate, potassium permanganate.
and quicklime. And extra hands. We have to finish this today. Everyone, stop what you're doing. From now on, everyone follows Technician Song's orders. Boss, can this girl really pull it off? If you don't trust her, then you might as well trust the dead fish. What about you? Do you believe in her? I trust the professionals. Then cut the crap. Get to work. That day, Song Min worked non-stop from sunrise to sunset, dividing the fish into different ponds, changing the water, mixing treatments, and disinfecting the ponds. She didn't say much, but every single word counted. The dead fish in pond number 3 stopped piling up. Only then did I feel like I could finally breathe again. We've got it under control. If there are no more dead fish tomorrow, we're in the clear. Made me walk you out. Technician, I owe you a huge favor for today. Don't count your chickens just yet. Let's make sure the fish survive first. And one more thing. Stop relying so blindly on those old notebooks. Old experience can point you in the right direction, but diseases don't follow a textbook. Got it? It was only then that I realized the person who actually saved my fish ponds wasn't the old ledger on my desk, but the girl standing right in front of me with mud all over her feet. 1.5 years later, Judy. In the late summer of 2020, the muddy wasteland from back then had transformed into 6 standardized fish ponds. The people who used to wait around to see me lose everything are now fighting each other to buy my fish. Boss Lee, I'll take them all at 3 on 50 a caddy. I'll pay 3 on 80 in cash. I can haul them today. 4 160. I want all 6 ponds. My goodness, this single catch is worth more than my whole year of farming before. Working with Flords Fuelles really gives us something to look forward to. We have 120,000 caddies this year. There's enough for everyone. The rules remain the same. First we inspect the goods, then we weigh them. Cash. On delivery. Boss Lin's character is truly top-notch. Haha, don't just focus on the sweet talk. The water in pond number 3 is looking a bit too dark. We'll cut back on the feed this afternoon, just like you said. Boss Lin really is a changed man now. He's rich, yet he still listens to advice. Those who don't listen to advice lost everything a long time ago. Think. Over the past 1.5 years, my fish bones have been thriving more and more, while Team Melt's life has been going down the drain. He saw me making money from fish farming and followed suit, hoarding and reselling. But the moment the market shifted, hundreds of thousands of dollars went right down the drain. His car is gone. His shop is shut down. He used to love making a mockery of me. Now his worst nightmare is hearing people call me Boss Lin. Did you go see Lin Wancha again? I was just passing by the fish pond. Just passing by. Your eyes were practically glued to his damn pond. TML, can you watch your tone for once? Watch my tone? The guy you dumped is now Boss Lin. And look at me. My car is gone. My shop is gone. How do you expect me to be nice? You regret it, don't you? Yes, I do regret it. But not because I missed out on the good life with him. I regret that back then. I only saw how poor he was and failed to see his sheer grit. Then go crawl back to him. See if he even wants you anymore.
驾校马都有点可怕。愿血，điều和moment.
I want to say something to you. Go ahead. I was wrong. I shouldn't have looked down on you back then. I thought you could never give me a good life, but you actually did it. My success wasn't built just to make you regret. Can I come back? I used to dream about hearing you say that. But now that the day has actually come, my heart is completely still. Shaman. I never walked down the same path twice. You were afraid of being poor, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you let that fear make you look down on me. I've moved past that hurt. But there's no going back.
Then, what should I do?
If you want a good life, earn it yourself. Stop waiting for someone else to hand it to you. The fish pond needs a bookkeeper. Can you write? If you can, come for a trial run tomorrow. Not, go back and learn. Old ties don't matter here. Only the rules do. After that day, I finally realized Making a comeback isn't about forcing others to their knees. It's about standing tall and moving forward on your own terms. The fish ponds are just the first step. What are you targeting next? The pickle factory in the county seat, the one that's about to go under. Jiu Menkang is the one behind that factory.
Who is that? Who is that?
The local kingpin who controls the entire seafood and produce trade. If you try to touch his turf, he'll crush you first. Now that your fish ponds are secure, I've set my sights on the failing pickle factory in the county seat. Selling fresh fish is just a one-off deal. Turning them into salted and marinated fish, that's a long-term business. But before I could even make my move, Zhou Menkan was already waiting for me at the dinner table. So you're that fish farmer from Huandown.
邻居哦，死等个亿。
Boss Joe, I'm here to talk about the pickle factory. The pickle factory is way out of your league. In this county, everything that swims in the water, everything that grows in the dirt, and everything raised in the pens,
If it wants to be sold,
it has to go through my hands. I didn't bother with your little fish ponds because you were playing small time. But now you want to swallow the pickle factory? You don't have the teeth for it. The pickle factory is up for public bidding. Whoever bids the highest gets it. Kid, that's not how money works. Making a little pocket change from your fish ponds doesn't mean you can reach into the city. Boss Joe, you had better remember who you're dealing with today. Haha, then let me tell you this. You won't get that factory, and your fish won't even make it out of this county. Let's settle this at the bidding then. You really don't know the rules. I only know my own rules. 5 days later, the pickle factory went up for public bidding. Joe Mankan had already put the word out. Raise your paddle if you dare. Do it, and you can forget about ever doing business in this county. The hall was packed with people, yet no one dared to look up. Next up, the complete buyout of the pickle factory. Starting bid is 350,000. Minimum increment is 5,000. Let the bidding begin. 350,000.
no one else, right?
1,500,000. Who bid that? 1,500,000. Who? Lane, you're just a fish farmer. What makes you think you can play games with me? The cash can be transferred at any second. The auctioneer is free to verify it. The proof of funds is valid. 1,600,000. 1,600,000. 2 million. Where on earth did you get that money? Whether my money is clean or not is none of your business. In an auction, only the bid matters. 2 million going once, 2 million going twice, 2 million sold.
利用场，鱼就绝味。
This isn't over. Boss Joe, I still remember when you slapped me across the face at the dinner table. But now, this pickle factory is mine. Boss Lin, are we really not getting paid? Every cent owed to you will be paid in full, not a single penny less. The old director held back our pay for 3 months. But starting today, your wages will never be delayed again. So, is the factory staying open? Of course. And we're not just staying open. We're going to expand into fish processing. The Heitung fish pods will supply the raw ingredients, and the pickle factory will handle the processing. From now on, we won't just be selling live fish.
Uslin, what about Joe Mankang?
What if he comes looking for trouble? Our books are clean, and our paperwork is fully legal. The workers have already been paid. We have absolutely nothing to fear, no matter who shows up.
Joe Mankang showed up even faster than I expected.
But he didn't come to negotiate. He came to dig into my background.
Nijira, your game is up. You've got 2 million John from completely unexplained sources.
I'm filing a formal, signed complaint against you.
Ling Yangzhu, please cooperate with us and explain the source of these funds.
I've been waiting for you for a long time. Here is the reward certificate for protecting cultural relics, along with Wu Foping's testimony, the bank statements, and the bidding deposit slip for the pickle factory. Every single penny adds up perfectly.
The documentation is complete.
The sources are entirely legal. No way. That's impossible.
He's just a fish farmer. How could he possibly have all this?
Boss Joe, did you really think that fish pond was my only asset?
I've also got this. Yesterday, someone came to our factory to swap out our raw ingredients, but we caught them in the act. We have records of both the suspect and the tampered goods, and here are the delivery slips. Boss Joe, I think you have some explaining to do regarding your malicious report and your attempt to sabotage our business.
Zhu Pangong. So your day of reckoning has finally come.
You used to withhold our payments. And now you want to ruin our new factory too?
Boss Joe, do you still remember when you slapped me in the face?
Well, look at you now. Take your time and squirm. Boss Lee, from now on, we finally don't have to walk on eggshells around him to sell our goods. Let's get to work.
Zhu Menking has fallen.
And I knew he was going the first optical.
No matter how ruthless a local bully is, he's still just a small-town thug. The real predators are waiting for me in the bigger world out there.
Mr. Sun, Zhou Mankang is finished.
The man who managed to take down Zhou Mentang shouldn't be wasting his talent selling fish in a small town.
Set up a meeting with Lin Wanju.
I want to meet him.
Dr. Zhou Mentang fell. The orders for Huan Foods suddenly skyrocketed. The very first batch of soused fish blocks from our Gongyu pickle factory had just hit the store shelves in town. I thought I could finally catch my breath. But the real trouble was heading our way from the provincial capital.
Boss Lin, all 3 supply stores in town are asking for more stock.
Yesterday's batch of soused fish blocks sold out in just half a day. Even the local restaurants are trying to place orders. They say it's the perfect side dish and customers love it. Tell them to wait. Don't take any more orders just yet. We need to check our fish pond's capacity first. The curing cycle, and even the packaging bottles. We have to calculate everything down to the last detail.
He's right.
Just because it's selling fast doesn't mean we can blindly expand.
Once quality slips, everything we've done will go down the drain. Tech, Neeson, since when did you start running this place?
I don't run the place. I just make sure you don't ruin the fish.
Haha, Boss Lin.
The county bus station called. They want us to pull our goods off their shelves. Why? Only yesterday they said they were selling great. They said it's a unified directive from above. Their shelves are being cleared for Dingsheng Foods from the provincial capital.
A lot of Zhou Menkang's goods used to go through that same channel.
How many locations are pulling out? All 3 of them? This is bad. The packaging plant also claims they're out of bottles. They said their production is booked until next month. Next month! But yesterday they promised they'd deliver today.
Joe Moikan used to bully us out in the open.
But Sun Weave? He'll strip away your shelves overnight, leaving you with no bottles and no way out. He hasn't even shown his face yet, and he already has me by the throat.
What do we do now?
Don't panic just yet. They can clear the shelves, but they can't shut people's mouths. Anyone who has bought it and tasted it will remember the flavor.
That's easy to say.
But the goods are piling up in the warehouse.
If they spoil, that's real money down the drain.
Then we won't use retail shelves. If we don't sell on shelves, where do we go? Markets, local restaurants, and company cafeterias. We don't need their shelves. We'll deliver them ourselves. You're trying to fight them head on. With some Tonghua, it's not about fighting head on. It's about surviving first. President Sun, if you want something from me, just say it. Young man, don't be so quick-tempered. I'm not Zhou Menkang.
I don't like slamming tables.
I don't like beating around the bush either. The taste is actually pretty good. The fish is high quality too. For a small town operation, pulling this off is no small feat. Thank you. And that's why I'm offering you a way out.
Merge Huan Foods into Dingshan.
I will give you 300,000, and you can stay on as the factory manager. 300,000. For someone who started in an abandoned grain station, making it this far is already a massive achievement. Anything beyond this is a game way out of your league. Mr. Sun, you shut down my retail counters and cut off my bottle supply. And now you're telling me you're offering me a way out? That's just how the business world works. There are no permanent enemies, only the right price. Well, my price isn't 300,000. Then, how much do you want? I'm not selling.
Ling Yanting, Do you honestly think defeating a nobody like Joe Mankin means you can go toe-to-toe with the big players in the provincial capital?
Every single word he said hit me right where it hurts. I knew he was right. But if I sit down and agree to sell today,
Shohyu Foods will no longer belong to me. 300,000 is a lot of money.
You can build a house, buy a car,
and even find yourself a new wife.
Mr. Sun, do you know why I bought that abandoned grain station in the first place? I heard it was out of spite because your engagement got called off.
It wasn't out of spite. It was because I was tired of standing at someone else's door, waiting for them to nod their approval. And today is no different.
Then go back and wait. Wait for your inventory to rot.
Wait for your workers to walk away.
Wait for the banks to call in your loans.
When that day comes, you'll finally realize that pride won't put food on the table.
I've heard that saying before. Who said it? Oh, just some guy who ended up losing to me. Spread the word to all the distributors in the county. Whoever sells Shanghuan's products
will have their Dingsheng supply cut off immediately. Understood?
I want to see just how much his precious pride is actually worth.
Some fine wash shut down the retail counters. Then we'll just set up a street stall.
He cut off our supply of bottles.
So we'll just use recycled glass bottles and paper bags to package small sample portions.
During those few days, not a single person in the factory sat around in their office.
Come try our savory fish bites. Free samples.
If you don't like it, you don't pay.
Here, ma'am, have a taste.
Wow, this is actually really good. It goes great with rice. How much is it? A small bag is $3.
A big bottle is $8. I'll take 2 bags.
Wait, I thought you weren't handling the sales.
I'm just here to monitor the texture.
It's too salty.
Use less salt for this afternoon's batch.
You're overseeing even this? It's because I watched them grow from the start.
Don't let the seasoning ruin the flavor, Boss Lee. The first basket is completely sold out. A restaurant owner just came by too. They want 20 bottles.
Don't make any reckless promises. Just take down their names first. Once we run out of stock, put them on the list for tomorrow.
Are you seriously buying his stuff?
It's delicious. Why shouldn't I buy it?
叫小妈
Have you forgotten all the things you used to say about him? I haven't forgotten. In fact, it only makes me realize how ridiculously wrong I was back then. Before, all I wanted was for him to see me win.
But now that he's standing right there in the crowd, all I want is to just sell out our stock for the day. Aren't you going to go say a few words to him?
Say what? Show off? I don't have time for that.
Now that's progress. Boss Lin, today we sold over 2,000 bottles in total across the market, restaurants, and cafeterias. And 3 company cafeterias want us to be their long-term supplier. Don't get ahead of yourself. Manual packaging won't hold up for long, and the bottles are still an issue. Tomorrow, go to the neighboring towns to collect empty glass bottles and find some small workshops to order a batch of cardboard boxes. Will that really work? We need to survive first, before we can worry about looking pretty. Boss Lee, someone from the supermarkets in town secretly came by to ask if we could set aside some stock for them. They said they're currently selling Dingsheng's products on their shelves, but they want us to go through the back door.
Sun Li for pulling his shelves was a joke. He got absolutely nothing out of it.
Haha, forget the back door. If we're selling, keep everything on the books.
We don't do things under the table. But this is a huge opportunity. Ever since they dropped those hints, I've known one thing.
Once you walk a dirty path, they'll hold it over your head for the rest of your life. Understood. We didn't just sell out in a single day. Even tomorrow's stock is already sold out. Haha, I really underestimated you. It's not too late for you to see that now, Mr. Sun. Street stalls, cafeterias, and diners won't save a business like yours. If you want to make it big, you need to get into formal distribution. Then we'll take it, one step at a time. I am giving you one last chance.
Merge into Dingsheng.
I'll give you 500,000.
If you don't sell, do you really think you've won? Not yet.
But I haven't lost either. Then let's take our time and play this game.
He won't stop. And you know, I know Sun Liwa clearing out his shelves didn't crush me. If anything, it put Huan Foods on everyone's radar.
But I also know
He hasn't even shown his real hand yet. Notify the packaging plant, the cold storage, and the transport fleet. Anyone who helps Huan Foods can forget about ever getting a contract from Ding Xiao again.
The next day, Sun Liho made his move. The packaging plant refused our orders.
The cold storage claimed they were at full capacity, and the transport fleet canceled our trucks at the last minute. Boss Li, we've run out of bottles. The cold storage won't take our stock.
Old Hu also says the trucks can't make it.
Yonti, it's not that I don't want to help.
Tin Shang made it very clear.
If I haul your goods, I can forget about ever finding work in this county again. Isn't this just bullying? This is what they call cutting off our lifeline.
Old Hu, the fact that you came to tell me the truth today,
I won't forget your kindness.
I'm in a tough spot too. What else can I do?
I don't blame you.
If we manufacture the goods but can't ship them, they'll just pile up in the factory.
I know how powerful Sun Ronghua is.
But the more he tries to squeeze me, the more I realize one thing.
Huan Foods cannot keep relying on other people's trucks, other people's bottles,
Or other Apple's cold storage to survive.
Old Zheng, tell the workers we're shutting down for half a day. Shutting down doesn't mean we're giving up. We're holding a meeting. What kind of meeting? Our very own supply chain meeting.
I asked you all here today.
Now, to get straight to the point.
Sun Liho wants to destroy Huan Foods and take away our livelihood.
But Huan Foods does not belong to just me. It's everyone's livelihood.
Boss Lin, my small workshop can't make those high-end bottles. You don't need to.
Small bottles, wide-mouth bottles, even recycled and washed bottles will do, as long as they're clean, compliant, and usable.
My cold storage is pretty small. Can't kill much. Then store a portion first. We'll spread them out. We won't put all our eggs in one basket. What about transport? I only have 2 small pickup trucks, but for short trips to restaurants,
Canteens and local markets, they're more than enough.
we don't need to rush the big orders from the city yet. What about us?
What can we do? Washing bottles, labeling, packing.
Delivering and setting up stalls. You'll be paid by the piece, settled daily.
If we can pull this off,
Not only will Huan Foods survive,
But half the town will have jobs too. So you're breaking the factory down to let the whole town work together?
if Sun Liho blocks the main road,
Then I'll take the back alleys. If he cuts off one big supplier,
I'll find 10 smaller partners.
can this actually work? Let me try.
as long as you pay us on time, I will settle all the accounts myself.
Weekly payouts. Who did how much work and when they get paid.
We'll post it right on the factory gate. Count me in too then. I'm scared of the long trips to the county seat, but I'm not afraid of the local deliveries around town. I can clear out a small storage room for you too. That's more like it. Other companies have their fancy big factory rules,
But we have our own Huan way of doing things.
I can't promise that everyone will get rich overnight.
But I promise that Huan Food will never delay your wages, nor will we withhold payments for your goods.
And I won't let anyone work for nothing.
Sun Liho wants to cut off my supply chain,
But he never expected that this backstab of his would actually push the people of Huan Town right to my side. Here's the first batch of 300. Take them for now, and I'll put it on the tab. I'll pay you half. Today. 15 boxes for the restaurants in the county seat, and 10 boxes for the Tal Canteen. Which one should we deliver first? Deliver to the restaurants first. Then, the canteen. Keep moving on the road. Don't let the goods sit around. Keep the temperature stable for this batch. Don't expose it to the sun. Keep it in a cool place. Boss Lin, how many cents do we get for each label we paste? 1 cent per label.
The more you paste, the more you earn.
We pay tonight. Haha, then I'll keep pasting until dark. Boss Lin, 3 restaurants want to place more orders. Taking these back roads is surprisingly fast. If enough people walk on it, even a small trail can become a major road. Mr. Sun, Huan Food hasn't stopped production. They've switched to supplying restaurants, canteens, and local markets. They've even organized local workshops in town to supply them with bottles. And their sales volume is actually higher than before. Their current slogan is, "Made by Huan and sold by Yuan." Everyone in town is helping them out. He certainly knows how to use people's support to his advantage. Should we keep putting the pressure on him? Squeeze their supply chain? It's no use. Once the people unite, there's no stopping them. The more we pressure him, the more we're helping him sell. Then what do? We go after his product 20. All it takes is one single issue, and his whole support system will crumble. Get someone to file a complaint. But keep your hands clean. Don't leave a trace. Make the distributors start doubting him. Get the cafeterias to halt their orders. Let the market panic on its own. Doesn't Ling Wanji always play by the rules? Then we'll use those very rules to trap him. 3 days later, the random inspection team arrives. No shouting, no big scene, and no smashing doors or locking down the place. Just 2 inspectors with a few sheets of paper with a simple phrase. We received a complaint about your product quality. They bring the entire factory to a dead halt. There is a risk of spoilage. We are conducting a routine sample test. We run checks every single day. How could anything go bad? Our raw material intake logs.
So the new records.
Packaging times. When water quality tests. They're all right here. Which batch, which day the fish was processed, which pond it came from, even who processed and packaged it. It's all traceable. If they're inspecting by the book, we have nothing to fear. What I'm worried about is someone not playing by the rules. At first glance, your records are complete, and the hygiene on-site meets all requirements. We'll be taking these samples back for testing. Until then, do not ship this batch. No shipping.
Then what about our orders?
It is standard protocol. They are trying to stall us to death. Sun Liqua didn't block my path this time. He's changed his strategy to a waiting game.
Every day we wait. Every day we're held back.
What do we do now?
If we wait 3 days, everyone will be panicking for 3 days.
If we don't sell this batch, then what do we sell?
Do we manufacture a new batch on the spot?
We prepare it in public and let everyone taste it in public. Let the buyers see everything for themselves.
We lay the rules right out in front of them.
He tried to trap me with rules, so I'll use those exact rules to carve my own way out.
Boss Lin, you've literally moved your workshop out here into the yard for us to see.
You were worried about quality.
So I'm letting you watch every step of the way.
To be honest, until the safety test results for this batch are out, we really don't dare take them. That is completely fine.
This is a fresh, small batch made right here, on-site today.
Registered on-site,
Sealed on site.
and tasted on-site. If you're not satisfied, you don't have to order. Today's fish is from Pond 1, freshly slaughtered and marinated this morning.
The marinating times are all written on the blackboard.
Anyone who wants to check can look for themselves. I'll taste the bottle I sealed myself first. What do I have to fear? Haha. The flavor is perfect.
I want 20 bottles.
I'll put them up for sale in my shop first.
We want 50 bottles.
But they must be prepared exactly according to these records. Absolutely. Every single batch will have its own record.
Director, your place is really starting to look like a proper operation now. Don't look at me. Look at the orders.
Boss Lin, 2 more restaurant owners just came by. They said seeing the process in the open gave them peace of mind,
And they want to place orders. Sun Fanfua wanted to trap me with rules, but he forgot. From the moment I started this,
I have always played strictly by the rules.
Mr. Sun, Yihan Food passed the safety inspection.
And after they opened up their production process, their orders spiked again.
Interesting. Are we still holding them back?
Prepare the contract. I will go to Huan myself. After passing the safety inspection,
Orders for Yuan Food didn't drop.
instead, they spiked.
Before, people bought from them for the taste.
Now, they're buying peace of mind. Sun Liho is finally here, and this time, he didn't just send a messenger. Instead, he walked straight into the Huan food factory himself. Boss Lin, so Nifor is here. Mr. Sun, what a rare guest. I thought you wouldn't last 3 days. I thought it would be tough, too. Turns out, it was incredibly tough. But I survived. So, you must be Song Win. For Ling Wenji to keep the town's fishery station afloat, you deserve a lot of credit. Keeping those fish alive requires real technical skill. But keeping this factory alive? That's because he knows how to weather the storm. I didn't come here to crush you today. I came to talk about a partnership. Look, like a partnership. Dingshan Foods can get Huan's products into the provincial capital's supermarkets with the packaging and the cold chain distribution. We can provide all of it. And your terms? Dingshan takes a 60% stake, while you get to keep your title as the factory manager. Mr. Sun, that's not a partnership. That's a takeover. You can look at it that way. Hey! But if you ever want to expand beyond this county, you can't bypass the major distribution channels. Just because we can't bypass them doesn't mean we have to crawl through them on our knees.
林园长，
I'll admit you have some real skills now. I admit you have some real skills now. But you need to know your boundaries. I do. Which is why I never said I wouldn't cooperate.
Hiwan Foods can supply goods to Dingshaw.
But our brand will not be merged. Our recipes will not be transferred. We won't lay off a single worker. And local supply in Hewan Town always comes first.
As for the provincial capital channels, we settle profits per order, no equity sharing.
You're negotiating terms with me. What makes you think you have that right?
Based on the people. Here.
Based on the head-on fish ponds.
Based on our certified quality products.
And based on the fact that you've tried to crush me so many times, yet I'm still standing.
From the Zhao family threshing floor to this very table today, I have waited for this moment for far too long. I didn't do it to beat anyone,
But so that I could finally sit down and speak for my own home.
You're a lot harder to deal with than Zhou Kang.
I don't want to be difficult. I just want to make sure we keep food on our tables. I'll take this back and look it over.
I might not agree to these conditions. Then I'll just keep selling them on my own.
I'll give you my answer in 3 days.
Boss Lin, you really had some nerve saying that.
Like playing the fool this time.
Well, I didn't play the fool this time. Can't you just give me a straight compliment?
No way. I'm afraid it'll go straight to your head.
3 days later, Sun Lifa agreed. Yuan Food wouldn't be merging into Dingsha. Just signing a supply agreement had everyone lining up. The head-on fish pond was even livelier than New Year's.
It's not because I got rich. Throwing a fit is useless. Send the technician over. Whoever we don't like, we'll still deal with them just the same.
But because Hewan Town finally has its own brand for the first time.
Old Ma, if you keep shouting nonsense, I'll deal with you first.
Haha, 养金.
Back then, you bought this place for 5,000 yuan.
I really thought you were crazy.
I felt pretty much the same way back then.
And now? Now I feel
Going crazy once was completely worth it.
Boss Lin, the sign at the new workshop is up. Let's go take a look.
You actually kept this old manual. Of course I kept it. Nobody see good.
Oh, didn't you say we can't just copy old experiences blindly?
That's why I put it here. Not for everyone to copy blindly.
But to remind everyone that even in places others look down on, there might be a way to survive. Did you really hand in that replica from the secret room?
You really play by the rules.
Without playing by the rules, I wouldn't be where I am today. From buying that ruined grain depot for 5,000 yuan to where we are now,
It feels like a dream, doesn't it?
not really. Why is that?
Dreams aren't this exhausting.
But it's been worth every bit of it.
A lot of people say I found a treasure by buying that ruined grain depot.
But only I know the truth.
The real treasure isn't gold bars.
Nor is it silver coins.
And it's not that reward.
It is the hand I didn't reach out.
It's that fish pond we dared to carve out of the mud.
And it's the people who stood by my side afterward.